Hello, welcome to One Question Interview. Today I have with me Cameron Dempsey, the drummer for the band Prisoners of Love. They play music like this. So, Cameron, let me rephrase. What is your process for writing original drum parts for the many original songs in Prisoners of Love?
We are prisoners of love, and our music is so good, it should be illegal.
I would say Prisoners of Love is a very collaborative band. No one member writes the entire song. It usually starts with a set of lyrics or a chord progression, and everything just builds from there. And that's no different with the drum parts. So a lot of the times, I'll be inspired by certain rhythms that I hear in like the way the lyrics are being sung, or just like small rhythmic details in the guitar or bass lines that I want to enunciate. A lot of my background drumming is based in theatricality, growing up on 70s rock music and that kind of stuff. In fact, very recently I was able to trace a lot of the theatrics of my own playing back to a singular song, and that song is Rocky Raccoon by the Beatles. There's this one part in the song where it mentions a character getting shot, and Ringo hits the snare loudly to like simulate a gunshot. And I listened to that song a lot of times when I was very young. It was my favorite track on the White Album. And I think I can trace a lot of the theatrics I tried to emulate in my drumming to when I first heard that song. I like to try to tell a story of sorts. I remember there was this one song we were writing where through each section of it we wanted to keep a storyline in the instrumental going forward. So I'm always thinking about how to best use the drums as a vehicle to keep that story going. Because the drum set, at least, isn't a singular instrument. It's made up of typically a select number of components, but there really are no limits to it. It can be expanded or reduced in any way you want it to. So, different textures, different timbres, they all work differently. And there's a lot of methods that, are effective that they've been used for, but in terms of being expressive through the drum set, the options are really limitless. And I think that's the most freeing part of the most freeing part of the act of playing them. I after every Prisoners of Love show, I always feel, well, first off, I'm always drenched in sweat, but second off, I always feel like I've been relieved of everything, like every feeling I had going into it. There's this one song we have that's going to be on our upcoming album. It's called Sad Song, and there's this snare roll I do with it. The snare roll I do in it before the final chorus, and every time we played it live, I would always just channel everything into that one snare roll, and that song means a lot to me because of that. Because a lot of the music we write means a lot to me because of that. Because it's just very expressive, and it's just built from this place of collaboration between friends. Because, a lot of people are into music for a lot of different reasons, and I'm into it for a lot of reasons. I'm into it because it's fun. I'm into it because it's interesting. I'm into it because it's just always been interesting to me. But one of the key things that makes Prisoners of Love something that I want to do in the future is that it really is just an opportunity to build and craft amazing songs with the people I love most. So, too long didn't read answer to the question. It's very collaborative, and I just try to look for small details that I can bring out through my instrument.
Once again, Cameron Dempsey.